So a lot of people have been asking me to do a tier list video for all the Apex Legends that we have now. So this is similar, but not exactly like a tier list, but we will be talking about who is the best legend in Apex. So yeah, we're going to be talking about who the best legend in Apex is, but I guess the real question is this: is Wraith still the best legend in Apex? We have a lot more legends now than the last time I made a tier list video, and we also have some new legend balances and changes, ability changes that we have that really affect this list a lot. So in this video, I want to briefly discuss and go over all the legends and their abilities and how well I think they stack up. But before we do, really quickly, I want to let you guys know that I have started the YouTube membership program, and if you do decide to join this membership program, there's a lot of different perks you can get by being each level that you choose. For instance, we have Vibe City Citizen, Police, Mayor, and Vice President, with perks such as getting shoutouts on my YouTube channel, also being able to play with me, also getting membership only community posts and live streams. You'll also be able to participate in the membership only giveaways that I do for Apex coins. It also comes with these loyalty badges with Apex Legends ranks on them and custom emojis specifically for my channel. All you gotta do is go right next to the subscribe button and click on the join tab, and you go from there. I also made the prices really cheap compared to other people that are charging like $5. Mine's only $1.99. So literally just a bag of Funyuns and a Pepsi. And also there's a giveaway today, so if you watch to the end of this video, you'll find out how you can participate. Okay, so for as long as we can remember, Wraith has pretty much always been the best legend, maybe with the close exception of Pathfinder in season 2 or 3. But is she still the best legend, or is someone finally reigning supreme over her? So let's talk about each legend briefly and what I think of them and how they stack up. So first off, we start with Octane. Octane obviously is a very fun player to use. I will say that I have seen a lot more Octanes playing at the diamond rank than I was previously seeing before. I also found out from my friend iLoot Games that you can actually punch the jump pad and go straight up like a Horizon tactical. So overall, I would say Octane is a lot more solid than what he used to be, but he's definitely not the best legend. Moving on to Bangalore. Bangalore's pretty much been the same since the game launched. She's still pretty good, pretty solid, but she's definitely not S tier, definitely not up there to be able to compete with the best of the best, but I do think she is a solid legend to use, and I really like her smokes, and quite frankly, I think she's the best kitted legend for like a good solid esports game, meaning I really wish they would focus on buffing her, because I think her abilities would be the best and most healthy for Apex Legends esports. Moving on to Loba, I think Loba definitely has had probably the worst experience in Apex, probably the worst legend to ever release, but I will say that she is much better now in season 7. She's very useful with the ammo new buff. She also gets her ultimate a lot quicker than what she used to, so I think she is actually pretty solid for rank nowadays, but most definitely not the best. Now moving on to Wattson, I think Wattson is the best legend release we've seen besides Horizon, and I think Wattson is still a solid legend. I don't think she's nearly as good as she used to be, and she's definitely not the best, but her defensive style really does pay off in ranked. Now moving on to Bloodhound. Bloodhound was also one of those like Loba that really was terrible for a long time, probably the worst in the game at one point, but Bloodhound has repeatedly received a lot of buffs, and I think Bloodhound is definitely one of the best legends that we have now. Really good for ranked and really good for being a team player. Moving on to Mirage. Mirage also was one of those that really was bad at the start and for quite some time was not used by that many people, but Mirage did receive a lot of buffs and really became one of the best legends we've seen. Even now, Mirage is still very usable and a lot of people do like to use him. I do think he's a good character, but I don't think he benefits the team as much as the others. And moving on to Caustic. Caustic's actually been one of those that have been pretty decent since the start of the game, but not a lot of people really used him because he is kind of hard to learn, and he also doesn't really benefit the team. Well, he didn't used to benefit the team as much as he does now. Now that they've buffed him to where he doesn't really blur his teammates' vision, he actually is one of the best legends that we've ever seen and probably one of the most destructive. In my personal opinion, it's much harder to defeat a Caustic that really knows what they're doing versus a Wraith that knows what they're doing. Now it's time for Rampart, and honestly, in my opinion, Rampart's not that good and never really has been good. She's sometimes quite annoying to play against, but not really that hard to defeat. Now, in my opinion, Revenant is also kind of like Caustic in the sense that he was not very good at the start, but he did get a lot of buffs, and Revenant is really strong now. One thing I would say Respawn has done a really great job is people that really like all the legends now have the equal opportunity to actually use them in ranked effectively. Before, you really had to use Wraith, Pathfinder, and Lifeline, or Wraith, Pathfinder, and Gibraltar, Wraith, Pathfinder, or Wattson. You really had to use the same core people every single game. Well, now you can kind of use whoever you want because they're all pretty good. And moving on to Crypto, he was also one of those that wasn't really that good off the start, but now he is so powerful and so useful for the team. And in my opinion, it's so much easier to win a ranked game if you have a Crypto on your team that knows what he's doing. Now, as for Horizon, Horizon is definitely, in my opinion, the best legend off the season release and probably one of the best legends we have in the game now. I don't think that she's actually the best in the game still, but she's definitely way up there. Moving on to Lifeline. Lifeline also one of those that was really good off the start, kind of got nerfed a little bit, but then back up and has one of the best buffs that we've ever seen. A little bit overpowered in my opinion with the reses, but as long as they don't nerf her, she's still definitely one of the best legends in the game. By the way, none of the legends that I've mentioned thus far have been in any particular order except for the ones I'm about to give you now. So coming in at number 3, and in my opinion, the third best legend in Apex right now is still Pathfinder. Now, Pathfinder is my personal favorite legend, but just because I like his movement. He's super beneficial to helping the team rotate and get in spots really quickly. And what I really like about him is the fact that he has that ability to help his team get to spots quickly, but he also has his personal little gadget to get himself somewhere quickly. Now, coming in at number 1 and 2, I guess I'll give you number 1 first and then talk about number 2, because if I give you number 2, you're going to know who number 1 is anyway. So I'll talk about number 1 and why I think they're number 1. And this is a really hard decision for me. I know this can really go either way, but is Wraith still the best Apex Legends, or is someone else better? Well, we'll talk about it right now. In my personal opinion, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this, but I really think that the best legend in Apex Legends is actually Gibraltar. So I have Wraith at number 2. I don't think she's the best legend anymore. I think you can arguably put her for number 1, no doubt, but I think her portals are still really good. I do still like her tactical ability. I like the extra second you get, but I don't really like the delay that you get. I think it's perfectly balanced, but it's just not, in my opinion, the number 1 anymore. I just don't see how you can argue Wraith for someone who absorbs so much damage with the gun shield, has a really good dome that allows his teammates to heal faster, and he can revive faster and can protect his team in a bad situation, and then also a deadly ultimate that deals so much damage and so quickly. I don't think Gibraltar is better than Wraith by a wide margin. I think it's really, really close. In my opinion, I think both of them are essential to have on the same team, and you really should be running Gibraltar and Wraith just about every ranked game you play. But I will accept the argument that Wraith is a little bit more essential for ranked, because those portals for the rotation really do help a lot, and while you can get away with not playing Gibraltar, I do think he still is one of the best legends you should be using. So if you want to say that Wraith is still the best legend in Apex because she's more essential, I totally agree with that, and I totally will accept that, but I will say this: I think that having a Gibraltar on your team that knows what he's doing will provide more effect to how your team places and how well your team does than a Wraith being on your team. But remember, like I said, not by much. I think this is so neck and neck. So the moral of the story in this video is really this: that you really should be using Wraith and Gibraltar in your ranked combination whenever you do play Apex Legends. We could split teeth over this if you want about who's the best, but I'm just saying, in my opinion, I think Gibraltar has a bigger effect on the team when he's used properly than Wraith does when she's used properly. But remember, like I said before, Apex has done such a great job at allowing you to use whatever legend you want. I think so many of these legends are so good in their own way. You really can combo any of these legends that you want and have really good success. Crypto, Wraith, and Gibraltar is a really good combination. Crypto, Wraith, and also Caustic is a really good combination. Crypto, Wraith, and Bloodhound is a good combination. Wraith, Gibraltar, Bloodhound is a good combination. Pathfinder, Wraith, Bloodhound is a good combination. Pathfinder, Wraith, Gibraltar is a good combination. And also Horizon, Wraith, and Gibraltar is also a really good combination. There's much more out there, but these are the ones that I've had a lot of success with here lately. So now that you made it to the end of the video, I want to talk about the giveaway that we're doing today. It's at 1 p.m. Eastern. We always do this in the Discord, so I give most of the information out in the Discord channel, so make sure you join the Discord down below. But basically, we're going to be live streaming today, playing marbles on stream, so you guys will be able to just come in the chat and type in !join, and you'll be able to see your marble on screen go through an obstacle course that I live stream and commentate in a terrible Australian accent that's kind of cringe. And we'll probably do like a Grand Prix, so whoever has like the best score over a few games, and whoever has that best score will actually win 1,000 Apex coins. Now, we do this every single week. Most of the time it's in the Discord, but this time it will be exclusively on the live stream. And this is separate from the YouTube membership giveaway that I was talking about. Those actually will be another separate giveaway that I'll be doing on top of these. So that's going to be it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for some more Apex Legends content like this. And also make sure to join the live stream today so you can participate in the 1,000 Apex coin giveaway. Also, if you want the information as to where to find it, join the Discord down below. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.